Did you notice the children behind Trump as he signed away their future?
That's dramatic and surprisingly not true, Heather. If he was really signing their future away, what parent would let their kid be in the background for this event?
I mean, abolish the Department of Education.
The word abolish means to formally put an end to or completely eliminate. This order dismantles it and is not that, as closing it would take an act of Congress. The order works to facilitate the closure of the department by giving the authority back to states and local communities. The department will still retain critical functions, which includes Title I funding for low-income schools, Pell Grants, and money for children with disabilities. This is to those children's benefit, and they will thrive as a result. Because for the 90 millionth time, every state in America has a Department of Education. And all of those individual states will do a better job keeping the money and authority in their respective states and communities. The federal Department of Education is a bloated waste of money and unnecessary red tape, and that money and authority can be kept at the state level. And a lot of the things that I'm betting you're going to call out here are still being retained by the agency. But I'm going to let you finish.
Take a look at what they're wearing. Private school uniforms. Not a coincidence.
Oh. Let's see. That just looks like a collared shirt. He's wearing joggers. That just looks like a collared shirt over a sweatshirt. That doesn't look like a private school uniform. It's a skirt with a zip. That's just a shirt and a tie. Maybe it's a uniform. That looks like a flowery dress. Is that a school uniform? Is that a school uniform? That's an Under Armour t-shirt. Is that a school uniform, Heather? Or are there just some kids in school uniforms?
Upending the DOE is just step one in Trump and Republicans' plan to enhance school choice. The full and potentially disastrous plan is laid out in Project 2025.
Yeah, giving American families the right to choose which school they send their children to sounds so disastrous. How dare they want to send their kids to a school in or outside their district, or to one that has a specialized program in STEM or the arts or something that pertains to their child. Increasing competition so schools actually have to produce and compete for students sounds like a terrible idea. And giving low-income families the ability to choose a different school that may be outside of the area that they live.
Basically, the school choice agenda funnels money away from public schools and into private and religious schools, while leaving the poor students behind.
All right, let's take a look at the article that you just shared. There it is. The vast majority of school funding comes from state and local sources. School choice policies are generally the purview of state governments. The signing comes the same day that results of a national exam found that 80% of 8th grade students were not proficient in reading and 72% were not proficient in math. Look at this. This is the article you shared. Massive funding preferences that lets almost all families use taxpayer-funded education money to attend private schools, homeschooling, or other options beyond local public schools. like who could possibly be against this? Let me guess. A gigantic teachers union that lobbies on the behalf of not the students, but the teachers that are getting paid by the same taxpayer dollars? Wait, what's this?
You don't have to take my word for it.
School choice is about segregation. School choice is about the haves and the have-nots. This school choice is not about choice. It's a false narrative. We want public education because that's the cornerstone of democracy.
Public school is the cornerstone of democracy? Dude, how? Democracy is a form of government where power ultimately resides in the decision of the people. What's more giving the people the ability to decide than allowing them to choose the schools they send their kids to, as opposed to it being determined by some bureaucrat 1,000 miles away that says that, nope, you're in this district, you go to this school. The cornerstone of democracy.
It's the one place where our kids can find some hope, some opportunity. Kids can get what they need if you give them the resources that they deserve and you fund the education problem.
Public school is the one place kids can find some hope? And what, and going to a charter school or a magnet school or something? There's no hope there? Oh, and fund it properly. Typical leftist response. Throw more money at it. I know the kids aren't proficient in reading or math, the test scores are in the can, but we need to throw more money at it because money's the problem. Wait a second, and the vast majority of funding for public schools come from the state and local levels, so this executive order doesn't even really touch that. But wait a second, what's that on his shirt right there? Is that a Harris Walls AFT Votes? What is AFT Votes? Oh, AFT, the American Federation of Teachers, the second largest teachers' labor union in America. Here's the AFT's political generosity. Amounts contributed. percentage donated to Democrats. Here's the American Federation of Teachers, Democrats or Republicans. And the AFT isn't just fighting for teachers. What else do they fight for? Solidarity with grocery and retail workers? Oppose self-checkouts at retail stores? What? These are the exact same teachers unions that advocated for all the rules and restrictions and whatnot that arguably kept students out of the classroom a lot longer. Which clearly, to anybody paying attention, obviously hurt, the students. But yeah, we should do it, guys, because some dude in an AFT t-shirt, he said it's the cornerstone of democracy. The teachers union is really fighting for those kids. Certainly more than a parent would. Nice try, Heather. Try again.